Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a 30-minute yoga flow that is going to be super flowy, increase your flexibility, strength, and balance. We're going to be going through a lot of poses that are going to open up those hips, stretch the hamstrings, and work your core, and so much more. So if you're ready, we're just going to get right onto that mat and get started. So let's get right into an easy pose, and we're just going to roll our shoulders back. Very nice and slow, going through the whole shoulder blade, making sure to sit nice and tall. And last one, and now we're going to take it forward. So same thing, keep that nice posture. And last one, and now we're going to inhale those arms all the way up, lengthening in the spine, and then exhale, coming all the way down, meeting our head down to the ground, if possible, and just holding here first. And don't mind my cat that is going to make an appearance right about now. And we're gonna add a rock side to side in our body, just making this super flowy. And at the same time, we're gonna come all the way up in the same motion. Good. Coming back to center, and let's switch out our legs. And once again, let's inhale those arms all the way up, lengthening in our spine, and keeping that nice straight back going down. Exhale. And let's just try to bring our focus to the breath here, trying to create a nice rhythm and trying to create a nice focus on this present moment. And now let's begin to add that nice rock side to side, and slowly coming back up, coming back to center. And we'll bring our feet together, heels together, coming into our butterfly pose, grabbing our feet, and we're going to take circles. So coming down one way, doesn't matter which side, we're doing both. And you can add as much movement as you'd like here. You can add some head and shoulder movement. And let's take it to the other direction. Inhale up. Exhale as you come down. And around. And coming back to center. Let's lengthen here. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly make your way down. You can continue to hold your feet, or you can place your hands in front of you, whatever feels good in this moment. Just continue to bring that focus to the breath, sending oxygen into those hips. And with each exhale, allow your body to release. Keep breathing, keep that focus. And now slowly, let's begin to come up and back to center. Beautiful. Let's just bend our knees and just come around and into a nice child's pose. So you can open up your hips a little bit more if you'd like here. And you can add a nice rock side to side as well, moving the hips, the shoulders, and your body. You can also stay still. Just keep that focus. Inhale and exhale nicely out. And now let's just begin to release. We're going to come all the way up onto all fours position. And we're going to take our bear pose. So just inhale, exhale, tuck your toes under and lift the knees off of the floor, hovering. And slowly come into your downward facing dog. And let's just walk it out, warming up the calves in a nice gentle way. If you're doing this in the morning, this is going to feel really nice. Breathing in and out. And now let's continue this walk all the way forward, bringing our feet in between our hands. We're going to take a nice flow, but first let's just walk it out here. Still warming up those calf muscles. Good. Let's just bend both of our knees now, and we're just going to rock our body side to side. Just letting everything go here. And now let's slowly begin to come all the way up, keeping the knees bent. And then inhale all the way up, lengthen, exhale, bring your hands to heart. Let's just stay here for a moment, and then inhale all the way up again, exhale, forward fold, inhale halfway up, and exhale, let's step it back, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold here for a few breaths. Fingers are spread wide. And now let's walk again forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Begin to come up. Inhale those arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. And inhale those arms one more time, lengthen in your spine. Exhale, come all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift those thighs. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold here for a few breaths. Nice long neck. And now let's just step forward or jump. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Inhale, coming all the way up. Reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. We're going to take a nice side body stretch here. So just inhale those arms up. We're going to bring the palms of our hands together and just point our index finger up. Inhale, exhale, coming to one side, doesn't matter which one. Keeping those hips under and trying to keep a nice line. Now inhale back to center, lengthen again. Exhale, coming to the other side. Feel that nice stretch in your hip and your ribs. And coming back to center, inhale. exhale, center. And now inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. And now inhale, halfway up. Jump or step back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here for a moment. And now inhale, lift your left leg up into your one-legged dog, keeping the knee bent first. And we're going to take hip circles here. So begin to open around and then back up. And coming around and up. See how big you can make this circle. And around. And up. Good. Hold. And now extend your leg. Use that glute muscle to hold it. Inhale, bend your knee. Exhale, bring it to the chest. Hold. And now let's just open up that hip and then just wiggle around till we're in a sweet spot in our pigeon pose. Once you're there, bring your fingers into spider fingers. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, come all the way down. And then inhale up, moving like a wave. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. One more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Now reaching forward, and let's just hold in this position. Trying to bring our chest as far down as it can go. Trying to open up the hip. Focusing on our breath here. Trying to bring oxygen into the outer hip, the glute area, your hip flexor area. And then just consciously release with each exhale. Keeping this focus, trying not to let any outside thoughts come into this practice. And now inhale, let's slowly bring the hands back to the mat. And then coming slowly up with our upper body, tucking our toe under, lifting our knee, and we're going to lift the left knee up to the chest as we exhale, and then bring the foot in between our hands, turning out your back foot, and then just rainbowing or cartwheeling the arms and into our warrior two pose. And we're going to come for a peaceful warrior right away. Inhale, exhale, come to your side angle pose, elbow to the knee. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale down. If you can't reach your elbow to the knee, you can always just place your hand on the knee. And now let's just hold in this side angle pose. You can look up to your arm. Just make sure you have a nice straight line in your side body. Keeping those hips under. Try not to stick them out. Just keep breathing. And now bring your gaze down, and we're going to bring the hands down to the mat, and we're going to turn our other foot in, coming to a wide-legged forward fold. We're going to add some movement first. So inhale, come up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down, moving like a wave here, and down. And inhale up. And exhale, release. Good. Let's hold here, making sure that our feet are slightly pigeon-toed, turning in to protect our knees. If you want to make this easier, you want to bring your feet out more. If you want to make it harder, you bring your feet a little bit closer together. Good, and just hold here. Feel that nice stretch in your hamstrings. Breathe into them. Breathe into this position. And now let's come up, and we're going to come to the other side. So turning out your left foot and coming to your right foot, cartwheeling the arms into a warrior two pose. And then cartwheeling them back down. Turn your back foot and let's just come into a nice plank, into our chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Release the heels to the mat. You can always walk them out if that's more comfy for you. See if you can go a little bit more. And now let's inhale our right leg up, keeping the knee bent. And now let's take those hip circles, coming around, making them as big as you can, lubricating that hip joint. And now coming back to center, hold, extend that leg, use the glute muscle. And now inhale, bend that knee. Exhale, bring it forward to the chest. And then let's open up that hip and come into our pigeon pose. Bring your hands forward and into spider fingers. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's melt down to the ground. Inhale up, exhale down, really rounding out the shoulders here as you inhale, come up, and exhale, trying to arch a bit as you come down. One more, inhale up, and exhale, release down, stretch your arms or bend at the elbows, and let's just try to bring our chest and our head as down as possible. You can always bend your back knee just to make this position a little bit easier. And now let's bring that focus back to the breath here, now that we have some time to really stay still. So just inhale into the outer hip and exhale, release. Take notice as you stay longer here, and as you keep breathing in this position, your body will automatically release more and more. So try not to hold tension, try not to hold it back. Allow your body to do what it's supposed to do. But of course, if you feel any extreme pain in these positions, please release. And now let's begin to release out of this pose. Bring your hands back to the mat and lift your upper body. Inhale, exhale, tuck your toe under, lift your knee and lift your right knee to the chest, and then bring the foot forward in between your hands, turning out your left foot and cartwheeling the arms into warrior two pose. And now we're going to take our peaceful warrior. Inhale back. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, bring your hand to your knee. Exhale, elbow to knee. And you can make this as flowy as you'd like. Inhale up. And exhale, let's come down and hold here, creating a beautiful line within your leg up to your arm and fingers. Breathing here. And now let's just bring the hands down and make our way around and into our wide-legged forward fold. Inhale up, exhale, come down with your head. And now let's just grab our ankles if that's possible for you. If not, then just keep your hands forward. And once again, keeping those toes turned in to protect the knees. And just focus on the breath once again. Focus on releasing in those hamstrings. And now release your hands back to the mat. And we're just going to come up with our upper body and then turn to the other side of the mat, back into our warrior two pose. So turn your right foot out. And then inhale, cartwheel your arms into a warrior two pose, hold. And now bring those hands back down, turn your back foot and come to a plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here. Find your breath. And now inhale your left leg all the way up into our one-legged dog. Hold. And then exhale, bend your knee, bring it to the chest. And this time we're going to come to our high lunge. Inhale those arms up all the way. Lengthen here. Hold, find that balance. Keep breathing. And now let's bring those hands down and we're going to step our right foot forward and up into the air, coming to our half moon pose, either keeping your hands on the mat or you can open up with the arm, same as the leg. And just holding here. Breathe and find that focus, find the balance. Inhale. And exhale, let's bring that right foot back down and into our warrior pose. Warrior two, hold. And now bring your hands back, interlacing your fingers and bring the palms together. Let's open. And then come all the way down, keeping the arms the same. Inhale up, exhale down, as far as you can go. Inhale, open that chest, open the heart. Exhale, come down. And now inhale up. And then exhale all the way down. Let's hold here. See if you can stretch your arms a little bit more. Bring them a little bit more over. And now let's just come up. Keep those arms and the hands in the same position. We're just going to step our right foot forward, bring the knee to the chest. Now release your hands, bring your foot over your knee. Open up the hip and let's come for our standing pigeon. Come down all the way. You can hold onto a wall or a chair if you have a hard time balancing this. Hands are in prayer pose. Feel this nice stretch in your glutes and in your outer hip. Find the balance here. And now begin to release out of this pose. Come slowly back up. Bring that knee to the chest, arms up, and now feet together, hands to heart. Good. focus and bring that focus back to the breath. Inhale up, exhale all the way down, forward fold. Inhale halfway, exhale step it back, chaturanga. Inhale up dog, and exhale down dog, holding here. And then we're going to repeat that all on the other side. So if you need to take a break, please do. If not, then inhale that right leg up now into our one-legged dog. Use the glute muscle to hold that leg. And now exhale, bend your knee, bring it to the chest. Feet in between your hands, and coming to our high lunge, our crescent lunge. Inhale those arms up, lengthen here, hold. And now take another inhale in, and then exhale. Let's bring those hands all the way down. Step your left foot forward and up into the air, opening up the hip. Either hands on the ground, or you can lift your left arm up, holding in this half moon pose. Either keeping your gaze down, or you can look all the way up. And now inhale, exhale, begin to bend that right knee and bring your left foot back and come back into your warrior two pose. Hold. And now grab your palms together behind, open up that heart. Inhale, exhale, come down. Inhale up. Exhale, come down. Feel that nice stretch in your hip here. And inhale, open that chest. Exhale down. And now let's just come one more time up. And then exhale, come down. And let's hold here for a moment. See how far you can come down. Listen to your body here. See where your limits are at and accept your body. Now begin to come back up. Inhale, exhale, let's step forward, knee to your chest, and then bring that foot onto your knee, open the hip, bring your hands to prayer, and then coming down into this flying pigeon pose. Hold. Once again, you can either hold on to a chair or wall, or even bring your hands down to the ground to add some extra stability. Inhale, exhale, and now let's begin to slowly release out of this pose by extending our leg and bringing our upper body up. Bring your knee to the chest, feet together. Inhale those arms up, lengthen. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, hold here, find your focus. And now inhale again. Arms up, exhale all the way down, forward fold. Inhale halfway up, and exhale, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold here for a moment. And now look up, either jumping forward or stepping into a seated position. Bring your knees and legs into a boat pose. Shoulders are away from the ears. Inhale, exhale, hold. And now let's slowly begin to lower down. Stretch your legs out, open the palms of your hands, and we'll come to our final pose, our shavasana. So just close your eyes. begin to envision and imagine your body completely relaxing, starting from your toes, your feet, your ankles, your calves and your shins. Relax your knees, your thighs, your glutes, and your hips. Allow them to sink down. Allow your belly to be nice and soft. Relaxing your fingers, your hands, your wrists, forearms, and your arms. Release the tension in your chest and in your shoulders, making your way up to the neck and the head. Relax your face, your eyebrows, your eyes, your lips, and your jaw. And now just go through your whole body, see if there's any tension being held, and just release it. And now, just enjoy this relaxation, this stillness, and this peace. Now begin to bring your focus back by lengthening your breaths, bringing movement back into your body by moving your fingers and your toes. And now just bend your knees, bring your arms above your head, and then just come to your side into your fetal pose. And then slowly coming back up into a nice seated pose, your easy pose. Let's take one last inhale up, lengthen, exhale, hands to heart, and bowing down to yourself, thanking yourself for doing this practice and doing something healthy for yourself. And I thank you all for coming. Namaste.